Hi friends, welcome to my channel Civil Search. We will discuss 100 questions in total about geotechnical engineering. We have already discussed 64 questions with answers in my previous videos in two parts. For those who haven't seen the previous videos, please take a look. These questions are very important for competitive exams. Let's start the rest 35 questions with answer. Question number 65. The kaolinite structural unit is made up of dash layer or sheet. Answer is gibbsite sheet. Aluminum atoms are their centers. Then question number 66. In kaolinite crystal, the layers are held by dash bond. The answer is hydrogen bond. Because kaolinite is stable and water is unable to penetrate between the layers, so they are held by a fairly strong hydrogen bond. Then question number 67. There are dash fundamental building blocks for the clay mineral structure. The answer is two building blocks. These are silica tetrahedral unit and octahedral unit. Then question number 68. The silicon sheet is represented by dash symbol. Answer is trapezoidal. It represents oxygen basal layer and hydroxyl apex layer. Then question number 69. Kaolinite exhibit the characteristic of dash. The answer is plasticity, because the platelets in kaolinite carry negative charges, which attract thick layer of absorbed water, thereby producing plasticity. I hope everyone understand. Then continuing the next question, question number 70. The illite crystal has a great tendency of dash properties. The answer is to split into ultimate platelets. Then question number 71. The structure of illite is similar to that of dash crystal. The answer is montmorillonite. Then question number 72. There is no strong repulsive force between soil particles because of dash. The answer is mobile caisson will move along the surface. The mobile caisson will move along the particle surface of position which is balanced by the particle charge there. Therefore, repulsive force doesn't exist. Then question number 73. The gravitational force between two soil particles is dash. Answer is proportional to mass. Now, when the mass of the particle increases, the gravitational force acting downward on the particle. Hence, both mass and gravitational force are proportional to each other. Then question number 74. The capillary force of water depends on dash. The answer is surface tension of water, pressure in water, conformation of soil pores. Then question number 75. The height of capillary rise in capillary tube depends on dash. Answer is direction of flow of water. Then question number 76. Specific yield of unconfined aquifer indicates dash. The answer is water capacity. Then question number 77. In most of the confined aquifers, the value of storage coefficient ranges between, the answer is 0.000005 to 0.005. Then the next question. When two wells are situated near each other, the discharge in individual well is dash. The answer is decreased, because their drawdown curves intersect with in their value of zero drawdown, so the discharge in individual well is decreased. Then question number 79. In a artesian well, when water level falls below the top of confined aquifer, then this type of well is known as dash. The answer is combined artesian gravity well. Because the flow pattern close to the well is similar to that type of gravity well, That's why it is also called as artesian well or combined artesian gravity well. Then question number 80. A piezometric surface is the line joining dash. Answer is water level in piezometers. Then question number 81. The piezometric head is also called as dash. The answer is pressure head. Because piezometric head is a measurement of liquid pressure above a vertical datum. So piezometric head is also known as pressure head. Then question number 82. The difference between the elevation of water surfaces in piezometer is dash. The answer is head loss. Because head loss refers to the measurement of energy dissipated in a system due to the friction. So this energy dissipation is measured by the difference in the elevation of water surface in piezometer. Then question number 83. The total head at any point may be regarded as dash measure with respect to the datum. The answer is potential energy per unit weight of water. Then question number 84. The portion between two successive flow lines is known as dash. The answer is flow channel. Then question number 85. What will be the hydrostatic pressure if HW equal to 30% and Z is equal to 10%? In this question, HW and Z are already given. We have to find out the value of hydrostatic pressure, that is H. Then using the formula HW equal to H minus Z, then the value comes H equal to 40%. Next question. In homogeneous soil, every transition in the shape of curves drawn in the flow net must be dash. The answer is smooth. Question number 87. The mechanism of consolidation was demonstrated by dash. The answer is Terzaghi. Then question number 88. Excess pore pressure is also known as dash. The answer is hydrodynamic pressure. Then what is excess pore pressure? The pressure that builds up in the pore water due to load increment in the soil is known as excess pore pressure. It is also called as hydrostatic pressure. Then question number 89. When stress is applied to soil mass, the elastic deformation of solid particles is dash. The answer is negligibly small. Because this deformation caused by the change in relative position of the discrete particles and resulting decrease in the volume of voids. Then question number 90. The property of soil mass pertaining its susceptibility to decrease in volume under pressure is dash. The answer is compressibility. Then question number 91. The coefficient of consolidation can be found by dash. The answer is both square root of time fitting method, then logarithmic of time fitting method. Then question number 92. The use of square root of fitting method was suggested by dash. The answer is Tyler. Then question number 93. In Terzaghi's theory of one-dimensional consolidation, coefficient of permeability is dash. The answer is constant. Question number 94. In Terzaghi's theory of one-dimensional consolidation, load is applied in dash. The answer is one direction only. And this direction is usually the vertical direction and load is applied from top of the sample. So that deformation also occurs in one dimensional only. Then question number 95. The laboratory consolidation test is conducted with an apparatus called dash. The answer is consolidometer. Then question number 96. By the use of consolidometer, dash gives direct measurement of permeability. The answer is only fixed ring type. This is because only the top porous stone is allowed to compress the specimen. Then question number 97. The loading machine of consolidometer is generally capable of applying vertical pressure up to dash kPa in general. The answer is 800 to 1000 kilopascal. Here kPa equal is kilopascal. Then question number 98. In consolidation test, the soil is dash. Answer is restrained only, because in consolidation test, since the load on the soil specimen is applied in the vertical direction, the deflection due to the load is also in the vertical direction. Hence, in the consolidation test is also restrained laterally. Then question number 99. The initial percentage of water content taken for coarse grained soil in Proctor test is dash. The answer is 4%. Then the last question, question number 100. The water content corresponding to the maximum density in compaction curve is called dash. The answer is optimum water content. The water content goes on increasing till the maximum density is reached. The water content corresponding to the maximum density is called optimum water content. We discuss 100 questions in geotechnical engineering or soil mechanics in 3 sections. For those of you who haven't seen all the questions, please look at the previous 3 videos because it is very important for competitive exam. And I have tried to cover all the chapters in 100 important questions and hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you friends.